What up, folks? It is halftime. Like what, 7 seconds to halftime. I just want to log in so we can get on here and yeah, man, start the live call in show, folks. So look, if you want to go in there, hey, click the link in the link in the actual video description, or click that link in the comments that is pinned. All right, so last play of the half. Yeah. And then you guys can call in. But hey, folks, great half. Great half by Texas, man. Got to be impressed with this. I always say that Sark needs to start off hot. This team hasn't started off hot for the most part this year, but I tell you what, we have come on in that second half, but we don't have to come on in the second half if this team continues to come on hot in the first half. Well, folks, first off, let me back that up. We need to come in hot in the first half and the second half as well. Let's take a look. Andrew's in. What's up, Andrew? Hook 'em. Cole's in as well. Hook 'em, Cole. Hey, folks, if you want to dial in, man, hit that dial in link. It is the EV Mux, link there, folks, and you can dial in and you can kind of speak your piece, like a Paul Feinbaum, basically, show here for halftime show here for the Texas at Baylor game. Awesome first half game plan, folks. You got to love what we see. Look, we're looking good. Yes, Cape, we're looking good. Baylor is bad, of course, but look, Baylor was, let's be honest, a drive or two away from beating Utah, and Utah's undefeated, and they're a top 15 team here in the league. So look, man, you gotta like what you're seeing out of this team. I don't care who it's against. They put up 28 points in the first half. Hopefully, we get to see some other players play. Nolan asks, do you think we get a chance to see Arch Manning tonight? I want to see Malik first. I want to see what Malik's going to be able to do. And that's if this team continues to progress and do great things here in the second half. I would think if Texas scores, I would say 2 more touchdowns. If Texas goes up and has 42 points, I think that's where we're going to start to see some backups come in on the offensive side of the ball. As far as the quarterback, I think that's when we'll see Malik, for a couple drives, and then after that, Arch as well. So I'm looking forward to it. This is really good to see this team do what they're supposed to do. It's a bad team. Yes, it's a bad Baylor team. However, they're taking care of business. You do to bad teams. You do what you want to do to bad teams, and Texas is doing that against them. So let's see. Great pickup by the defense after the exactly. So just talking to some folks on my text messages and stuff like that from the Twitter and stuff like that. Folks, hey man, this is awesome. Yes, X did muff the punt, but this gave us some great situational defensive situations, just to see how this defense was going to handle things. They handled it perfectly, to be honest with you. Oh, folks, look, if you want to dial in, hit the link in the comments or hit the link in the video description so that you can dial in and just kind of speak your piece. So Larry Hillman states that the Horns are starting to get things rolling tonight. Hopefully the offense can stay in sync. I'm with you on that. I'm totally with you on that. Kansas looks solid today. Yes, Kansas is the next opponent. They look solid today. They still have no defense. Their offense is outstanding, but man, I love our defense. I love what our defense does. Our defense swarms, which is just truly amazing, truly outstanding. Love it. So Stephen G, this is my boomer friend over here, right? So hey, Nino, why is it looking like OU and Texas are carrying this day? We are, Stephen. I know that you are a Sooner, but all love over here, man. I love when you come to the show. Hey, man, look, it is. It's kind of ironic how much the Big 12 hates Texas and OU, but if it wasn't for Texas and OU, this conference would be dead right now. So yeah. So sports fan Jack says nearly perfect first half. Exactly. A nearly perfect first half, man. You got to love what we're seeing here out of Texas here in the first half. I love that Sark is getting the ball to multiple people. Look, Jonathan Brooks is that guy. I did a video on Jonathan Brooks here earlier this week to basically say that please don't forget about Jonathan Brooks. And I think that statement game against Alabama in the fourth quarter was just like a wake-up call for fans. And yeah, that happens. And then he goes against Wyoming and does his thing. And now we're seeing exactly why Jonathan Brooks is so important. He started this game. We see that CJ Baxter came into, so he got a touchdown as well. But look, man, Jonathan Brooks is that guy. Great vision, great balance. Just really great player here for Texas. So Paxton says, what's in the air, Nino? I don't know, bro, but we're doing some damn good things, brother. I'm loving what I'm seeing. Hey, folks, if you want to dial in here, like a Paul Feinbaum kind of show here for the Horns Corner portion of Nino's Corner, hit that link in the comment section here, or hit that link in the video description. You can dial in, you can kind of voice your points here, and we can talk ball just one-on-one here for the halftime show. So Sports Fan Jack says, is this the best defense we've had since 2005? That's a really good question, man. That's a very good question. Look, 2009 defense that went to the championship game against Bama in 2010, that was a hell of a defense too. I think they only allowed 35 points twice in that season. Once was in the national championship game against Bama, and we were handicapped because Colt got hurt. And there was another game, I forgot who did we play that we allowed 35 points. But yeah, I think they only allowed 35 points twice. And the most points that was scored in that defense, I think, was 24 points throughout the season. Look, yeah, that was a good defense too, man. Look, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That was a good defense. Even Charlie Strong, I know we don't like to talk about Charlie's teams, but Charlie Strong's defense in his first year, if I'm not mistaken, was outstanding. Was it the first year for Strong? I think it was the first year for Strong was good. The offense wasn't that good. But I think Herman's first year defense was good too as well. So yeah, but this defense by far I think is better. I think they just have more talent as far as NFL guys. Just the sheer force of just NFL guys. You're seeing just along the trenches, right? You got Sweat, you got Byron Murphy. Broughton is coming on. Man, I'm loving what I'm seeing out of Vernon Broughton. Yes, you got Sweat, you got Murphy, you got Alfred Collins, you got Broughton, you got Terrell Carter, who's on the line too as well. Ethan Burke is a sophomore, but he's coming into his own, or sophomore or a redshirt freshman, one or two. Barron Sorrell, these are all like NFL caliber guys for the most part. Justice Finkley, I mean, he's doing this thing especially stopping the run. And then you're seeing from the linebacker position, Jalen Ford is probably the best linebacker here in the conference and one of the tops in the country. He's a third-team All-American last year and a preseason second-team guy this year for All-American. Should have been the Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year last year. So yeah, we're seeing that this team is good. David Benda, his closing speed today. Man, everybody was writing David Benda off, kind of handing the job over to Anthony Hill. But man, look, David Benda's closing speed is outstanding. We have more guys here on defense too with Anthony Hill. And look at our secondary. Jalen Catalon, he's a guy that's going to the league. Jaron Thompson's playing very well. Watts, he's going to the league. And then on the other side, whether it's Brooks or Gavin Holmes or Manny Muhammad, I mean, we have so much talent on this defense. And Derek Williams, he's looking like a baller, man. So, yeah, you got to love it. So Larry Hillman says Brooks is an all-around back. What surprised me is his power. He is no fun to tackle when he lowers that shoulder. Exactly right. And people, the thing I think that people were questioning most about Brooks is his top end speed, but he never gets caught from behind, folks. It kind of reminds me of T.O., right? So T.O., everybody said T.O.'s not the fastest guy. He doesn't run that fast as a wide receiver. But I never saw Terrell Owens get caught from behind. Or if he did, it was very rare. And that's the same thing with Jonathan Brooks. He makes it look easy. Craig says, hey, Nino, this is exactly how I expected the game to go. I'm with you, brother. Baylor fans are a non-issue. That's true. Hey, folks, if you want to dial in here, folks, to the live call-in line, hit that link in the comment or the video description. You can dial in. We'll have some dialogue here one-on-one. I think I'm going to limit the talking points in time here for folks to probably 90 seconds. All right. So, yeah, hit that link, dial in, have a phone call. Taff doesn't need to see the field again. This I'm not. It's funny you say that. So we're having chats behind the scenes, but Taff is in there, man. Because Taff's really good. He's really good at taking care of the run, right? He just is. He's a very sound player. He's really good against the run. Smart player as well. He doesn't really make mistakes. He's just not the most athletically gifted person that we have there. And so when we get those shiny new toys, especially guys that have come on scholarship, when we see that Taff was a walk-on, we start to question things. But man, Taff played well. Taff has played well for the most part of his career here at Texas. So very smart guy. Very good. Just against the run, doing great things. Jett Bush, he opens up the game with a sack. Outstanding. Our defensive line, our linebackers are doing an outstanding job. You got to love it. Let's see. How'd you like that? Yeah, that PI early on. That was the one Baylor's cornerback got on Worthy, right? So yeah, needed it. Needed it. It's about time. I thought that the Big 12 refs weren't going to get us any calls this year, but that was kind of egregious. So it just had to be called. So yeah, it's been great. Taft just isn't super athletic. Exactly. He's not the most athletic, but man, he doesn't make many mistakes. And when you're up 28 to 6, that's what you want. I don't want my guys to make mistakes when we're up. So look, good game plan by Sark, which is what sports fan Jack is saying here. The play calling has been great so far, in my opinion. Exactly. Exactly. The play calling has been really good. It's been outstanding to see the maturation process of Sark here, just with this team. He has this talent here. He has his guys. Last year was just kind of it's kind of sad because we didn't have the wide receiver depth. And so once Nayer went out, it was just the X-Men show, and it just was what it was. Now we have, we got Mitchell. We have Nayer. Jordan Whittington has been very efficient and very effective. You got to love what you see out of Whittington as well. So love it. Yeah, so DWD says, hold on. I got a lot of comments coming in. All right, so Cape says, we are rotating like crazy on defense, and it's been amazing. Yes, it has, especially along that defensive line. The defensive line is keeping fresh bodies up there, man. So, like, a lot of people were questioning the effort of a guy like Sweat last year. It wasn't an effort problem. We just had the depth behind him to keep going and going. So you allow him to get rest and to get, plays off so that when he does come in, let's say he plays for 7 snaps straight, he's going to give you his best 7 snaps, right? Because he's rested. That's what Texas has been able to do. And it kind of feeds into what DWD is saying, right? Is that the D line is eating. Yes. Murphy, Sweat, Collins, Broughton, Trill Carter. Pretty sure that we're probably going to see a Sadir Mitchell, sighting here. So, man, I love what I'm seeing here from this team. King Kunta says, let's get Quinn cooking in the third quarter. I agree. Let Quinn play half that third quarter. Let him start cooking. Once he starts cooking, man, take him out, and we'll say what Craig says. Put Malik Murphy in. Hey, folks, if you want to dial in, again, hit that link in the comments or the video description. It's an EV Mux link. If you hit that link, you dial in, man. We can have a one-on-one dialogue, open dialogue conversation here. We're going to talk about all Texas football. Call in line, folks. Hit it, hit it, hit it. Isaac Darden says, hook 'em, love the running game, and love to see Quinn be resilient. Defense is lights out. Let's go. Isaac, I'm with you, man. Quinn is like in his bag right now. Sark's in his bag. You got to love what Sark's doing right now with his play calling. He's really in his bag right now. He is doing some trick plays, but I think that's just to kind of open it up and keep things honest, man. He's always been that kind of guy. So I love it. Oh, excuse me. Oh, man, excuse me. I don't know why I'm kind of tired. All right. So, so DWD says, we need 3 TDs this quarter. Then let's – I'm saying 2. I'm saying 2, D. I'm saying, look, man, we get 2 touchdowns, put Murphy in, let him do his thing, let him get 3 drives in, and then put Arch in, man. Let him get some snaps in there in the Texas uniform, baby. You know what I'm saying? I hope we see Murphy and maybe Arch too. Exactly, Larry. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. Jalen Catalan nearly kills – he did, man. Jalen Catalan put somebody in the stretcher damn near. But that's why he got all these shoulder injuries, man. He like leans and he pops people. He does, man. He got to wrap up sometimes. So, man, his shoulders it's not the best. That's why I think it's on the pitch count, So, yeah, he's violent. He's violent. Craig says, do I need to close YouTube? I tried 5 times. Yeah, so try closing YouTube, Craig. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it, man. But I don't think you have to. But try it. Try it and see how that works. But yeah, man. So Jalen Catalan, he said he nearly killed someone. That's crazy, man. But look, I am enjoying this. I'm enjoying the offensive line. Offensive line is playing very nasty. We're seeing exactly what Campbell is doing. We're seeing what Kelvin Banks is doing. They're just looking really good, man. Baxter's coming back from an injury. But Esau, he played today. He scored a touchdown. It's just that Brooks has been shining. He's been shining, and he's looked really damn good. He's looked really damn good. Do I think Brandon Baker commits to us tomorrow? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, man. If you check the crystal balls, that'll kind of give you, some kind of inclination on if he does or not. But look, we'll see. He commits to whatever school he's going to go to tomorrow, and we'll see. You know what I mean? Malik might send someone to the hospital with a exactly. He throws one of the hardest balls, pause. You know what I'm saying? That we see, man. I mean, it's like everything's 150 miles per hour, man. But you gotta love it. And I love his attitude too, man. So that's what's good about him. And talking about attitude, Quinn is kind of growing up in front of us, folks, isn't he? Quinn is starting to officially grow up in front of us to kind of be that quarterback that we've all wanted to see, man. It's just like he's growing up and it's so refreshing. Are we going to ignore that Brooks catch before this? Are we going to ignore that Brooks catch before his TD? Man, that catch was awesome because that was a horrible pass by Quinn. He lofted it too much. Brooks gets a one-handed catch. One thing that we've been saying about Brooks is his hands. All right. Brooks has been kind of butterfingerish like the last few games, but man, that was a hell of a catch by him. One-handed catch. It was awesome. Let's see right here. So D says you can tell Brooks paid attention to Bijan and Roshan for the last 2 years. He's smooth and patient. But that's always been one of the things. I love Brooks' vision. His vision is outstanding. I was telling Homer about this. I was telling Texas Homer and some of the guys. I think he has some Le'Veon Bell in him where he's very patient and it's like he kind of shifts. We got Craig in. Craig, what's going on, man?
Oh, my family is crazy. My daughter got a button stuck up her nose, so I sound like a crazy man in the hospital. But they got the button out. No, um, this defense I worry not at all when we step on the field against anybody. I
Yeah.
watched some of the Big 12 games in opening. I'm not impressed. I watched Oklahoma with Cincy. Not
Yeah.
impressed.
Not impressed either. At all.
What do
Man.
you What do you think about the? Okay, I Brooks is awesome. He's a horse.
Yeah.
Would you want to? So who do you want to see more, Blue or Oh, sorry, Blue or
Or
Russ
Baxter.
Baxter? Yeah.
So Baxter scored a touchdown today. All right. So, I think we're going to see some blue here in the second half, man. Texas up, what was it, 22 points right now?
28-6.
Yeah. So, look, man, I think there's going to be ample carries. It's just a matter of, how much that coaching staff is going to trust Jaden Blue after that fumble last week.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is all about ball security, right? So, look, man, whoever gets in, they just need to shine. Baxter has such great feet, even that touchdown run. If you saw, he cut it kind of inward to the right, and then he cuts back to the left, and then scores a touchdown pretty easily. He has really good feet, really good vision. He's just young.
Yes, sir.
So he's just young. So
The
yeah, I'm
part that
loving it.
made me nervous is after Baxter's very first carry, you saw him kind of limping towards it when he came off.
Yeah,
So
he had that injury against Alabama, right? So he had the
yes,
it was one of the last plays of that it was the first play of the drive where we had the ball left with 7:12 and we didn't get the ball back to Bama. It was the first play he ran it and he got rolled up on, I guess. And then, Brooks just took it home for us, but Brooks has been
yes, sir.
so deserving though. He's been so deserving.
He's got the patience of Bijan. If he
Yeah.
can find that balance work, he's got the patience of Bijan and I don't know, he's got horsepower.
Oh yeah, he's good. And I think one of the things that people I think the biggest kind of knock on him was his top end speed, but every time I see him, he never gets caught from behind. Right. So
He moves so smooth. You forget he's fast.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
smooth, man. He's smooth. But hey, man,
Um.
Craig, yeah.
My last thought. I think we should sit Baxter. Sit him through KU at home, and then bring him out. Bring him out again for Houston before we hit the bye week. That's my opinion.
That could work. That could work. Exactly, man.
Yeah. All right, Nino. I appreciate it, bud. I appreciate you.
All right, Craig, man. Thanks a lot, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye.
All right, guys. So yeah. So look, if you want to dial in just like Craig did, man, hit that link in the comments. You can dial in and talk. But yeah, they got some comments here. So Quinn looks so comfortable. That's a sports fan Jack is saying. Yeah, exactly. Quinn's looking really comfortable out there with the offense. It's like he's owning the offense, but also Sark's calling a very structured game plan for him. He's not letting them get crazy. He's doing things that are going to be high percentage throws for him and high percentage, very efficient plays for this offense, and it's working. It's just working good. Sark's he's using a lot of movement, a lot of motion pre-snap, which is outstanding as well. This team's looking really good, really good. Next comment from Larry is saying, we are lucky to have Brooks and Baxter, but I would like to see Red running from regular formation. Yes, I'm with you. He runs very angry. And if you watched him in high school, if you watched Red in high school down in, was he at Grand Prairie, I think, if I'm not mistaken, but he was to everything. He played quarterback. He played running back. He plays whatever. If they needed him at wide receiver, he was going to play there. I'm pretty sure if they needed him to be a punter, he could punt too if they needed him to. He was that good, man. So, but yeah, it was good to see him in the Wildcat last week because I saw a lot of that when he was in high school at Grand Prairie. But yeah, he's exciting. He's very physical, and I think he's like the right stature. He kind of reminds you, and like I hate comparing players to NFL guys, but for this team, he is like a Debo for this team, right? You know, like a Debo Samuel. So where he can do just a little bit of everything. All right, Miles, we're not talking about prime time. We are talking about yeah, the Longhorns. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, like he's gliding. Exactly. Did y'all see Iowa State, Oklahoma State shootout? Terrible teams. Exactly. All right, folks. Game's coming back on. See you guys after the game. Appreciate you for dialing in.